Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's been quite a busy couple months, let's just say that. But I wanted to do a project update on everything because lots has changed around here. Yardman, still in the same spot. It runs, it drives. Not much else with it. It needs a drive belt. The belt's too long. It's got mixed matched real wheels, and I actually have it up for sale right now. So that's that. The deck's over there. The Craftsman Racer is pretty much just being used for parts right now. There's no engine in it. I do plan on putting a new engine in it and getting a different transmission, because this is an MTD F&R transmission, and I put this in a couple months ago to see how good it would do, and it was terrible because it's either full speed and forward or full speed and reverse, and then there's neutral. That's it. So it's not particularly safe, and it's also not good for transmission, and the belts just squeal. Now for the Kubota is sitting under a tarp right now because I don't want to get it in worse shape than it already is, because it's been sitting and it's actually starting to rust a little bit. So I still have the snowblower on it from winter. I haven't gotten around to taking off the snowblower. Dad's wheel horse still working fine. Random other push mowers. I have for the people watching about the dishes, I have my dish mounted. It's mounted a little further in so the L&B doesn't stick out all the way. I'm pointed at Galaxy 16, picking up about 7 channels on my weird little box. It's like off-air news and stuff like that, where it's just the full feed without any cuts or cropping or anything. So yeah, it's kind of cool to watch. If you're thinking about getting into free to air, I'd definitely consider it. It's cheap, and it's cool to see what's up there in space. Now the real reason I'm making this video is because of what's changed over here. So this, if you remember, is the red little Mastercraft lawnmower I had for parts. Now this thing sat for parts for ages. Then I had the idea. I had a solid rear axle setup that we bought for a go-kart, and I had this Honda GX390 clone sitting around. So as you can see, it's been painted orange, and it's now a General Lee racing lawnmower. Still not complete. There's the Honda GX390. It's got a like mini bike CVT clutch to a chain drive. Got a performance carburetor on it that adds a few horsepower. It does run, but not well. It's not very reliable right now. If you look in here, chain drive. That's just a Temu brake kit. The brake pedal is just the clutch that's been repurposed. Steering exactly the same, a little bit of play. Gas pedal is an ATV throttle with a piece of pipe welded onto the frame of the lawnmower. Works perfectly fine. So that's that. This thing needs some retainers, like retaining rings with grub screws, to keep these wheels from shaking around, because they shift back and forth every time you drive. Now the newest project is this thing. It's not really a project because I've already finished it, but this, it's raining right now, so I got the bucket on the exhaust, but this is what looks to be a late 80s Dynamark 1236 riding lawnmower. I bought this thing on Marketplace. It was $70, so I offered him $60. He accepted the offer. It came the exact way it sits, other than anything to do with the engine. There was no exhaust, no engine. This gas tank was back here. I made that. That's for the fishing rod that I just put on there. And then I just put this seat on. Everything else, completely stock. Everything came with it the way it is. The only thing I really did was put a new axle bolt in there because it was shaking around like crazy. So this engine is actually the engine out of the Craftsman, the racer, because the Craftsman, the transmission's bad in it, so there's no point in keeping the engine in there. So here we are. It's just a piece of wire to keep the hood open. Yeah, that's the 12 horse Briggs. And then the street stack. It's just some old fencing pole. I did a straight 45 with the ugliest welds in the world. And that flange is terrible as well. But it works. As you can see, the carburetor is leaking gas slightly. So I need to address a couple things with the engine. This hood fits very tight. And then in the back here, so you have, it's a Peerless 5-speed. And I had to rebuild all the brakes. Brakes right there. That's the rotor and the pad. I rebuilt all of that. And then there's the transmission with the pulley, because this is pulley swapped. It's got a gigantic pulley in the front there. This is the clutch setup right now. Not particularly the best, more jerry-rigged stuff. He also, this was owned by a teenager before who had this as a pulley swapped mower. But he had a key switch in there, but as you can see, that key switch is no good. You can see right through it. And then throttle's all upside down. Choke is in, I think, the right place. This is how you turn it off right now. Just kill wire. You just go and push it up on there. Transmission's a little sticky. I had to add an idler pulley. Other than that, it's pretty good. Goes around 30 kilometers an hour. It's not too fast. I wired up the headlights, got them to work again. That's pretty much it for lawnmowers. Not much else has gone on around here. Just lawnmowers. Well, that's it for this video, and I'll see you again hopefully soon. Thanks for watching.